the Unit 11 Summative Review. For Objective 2, you're going to determine the inverse of a given function and or whether two functions are inverses of each other using compositions. So, the first four problems are simply finding the inverse. Remember that the inverse means you're going to, the first thing you're going to do is rewrite it as y equals 6 minus 3/4 x. Then you're going to swap the x and the y. Now you're simply going, you're going to swap x and y and solve for y. Here I just rewrite using y. So now I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. And I'm going to multiply both sides by 4, remembering that you've got to distribute that 4. And then I'm going to divide both sides by -3. Plus 8. And then, excuse me, I was about to sneeze. Then I'm going to write the inverse of g of x is equal to -4/3 x plus 8. Okay? That's all there is to that. Let's try the next one. Let me change colors. Okay, first I'm going to rewrite it. Y equals 5n plus 2. Now I'm going to switch and make it n is equal to 5y plus 2. Subtract the 2 and divide by 5. So now I've got f, or the inverse of f of n, is equal to, and you can write it all over 1, or you can split it up if you prefer. I will take the answer either way. The next two. Again, I'm going to rewrite it using y and x. I don't know why my pen just decides to stop working. I'm going to pause the video until I can get my pen working. Okay. The cubic root of, that was ugly, 2x all over 5. I'm going to swap x and y. Now, I'm going to solve for y. So first thing I'm going to do is multiply both sides by 5. Then I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Notice I'm doing things one step at a time. I'm not trying to solve the whole thing at once. It's tempting. Don't do that. Now, I'm going to cube both sides. I'm not actually going to FOIL this out. I'm just going to put 5x plus 3 quantity cubed is equal to 2y. If you do multiply this out, remember that you would have to literally cube it. You'd have to multiply 5x plus 3 times 5x plus 3 times 5x plus 3. Not asking you to do that. To get y by itself, we're just going to write 5x plus 3 quantity cubed, all divided by 2, is equal to y. Now, I can write it in function notation. So the inverse of f of x is equal to 5x plus 3 quantity cubed all over 2. Right? Last one down here that we're just writing the inverse of. Y is equal to 9 over x plus 4 minus 7. Swap my x and my y. Plus 4 minus 7. Now, I'm going to add 7 to both sides. Now, I got to get y by itself, but y is in the denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides by y plus 4. So over here, I've got x plus 7 times y plus 4 is just equal to 9. I'm not going to multiply this out and do all kinds of crazy stuff. What I am going to do is divide this side by x plus 7 and divide this side by x plus 7. Now I have y plus 4 is equal to 9 all over x plus 7. If I subtract 4 from both sides, y will be equal to 9 over x plus 7 minus 4. This means that the inverse function of x is equal to 9 over x plus 7 minus 4. Again, don't get too anxious to get through the problem. Do it one step at a time and it will come out nice and easy. Okay, the last one. You're going to have one or two like this on your test. Directions prove using compositions that the two functions are or are not inverses of one another. If they're inverses of one another, then their compositions will each be equal to x. Okay, now this says circle are or are not below and complete the statement. I took the statement off of the review. Sorry, that's what it says on the test. All right, so my first thing, I'm going to do h of f of x. Remember that if this doesn't come out to equal x, I can stop right there. So I've got x. Oops, let me give myself a little more room there. Plus 2, quantity cubed, minus 2. I'm going to put in cubic root of x plus 2 minus 2. Now, notice these are both inside, so I'm going to wind up with the cubic root of x plus 2 cubed minus 2. That's just going to be x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to x. Ooh, so far that works. I now have to do the other one. I need f of h of x, because sometimes one will work and the other one won't. Not often, but sometimes. So this is going to be the cubic root of this crazy thing plus 2, and then I have another minus 2 on the outside. Didn't quite give myself enough room. So this is going to, when I take this, it's going to be x plus 2 cubed minus 2. Now, I'm going to get the cube root of this right here goes away to 0. So I'm going to have x plus 2 quantity cubed minus 2. If I cube something and then take the cube root, I just take it out from underneath the radical. So this proves that they are inverses of one another. So h of x and f of x. Did I use h and f up here? Yes. Okay. Are inverses of each other because h of f of x equals x and f of h of x equals x. Okay. Notice I have the proof. Okay. This is the mathematical proof. This is my statement, and this is my reason. Okay? You need all of that. That's it for objective 2.